I absolutely love nature, and I love that I was able to build this dojo just in a great place where nature provides just such a great natural architecture. You know, it's very tall trees that kind of hover around the building, and then, you know, you just have this open piece of land in the back of the house where we were able to build this, I'm gonna be biased, a very beautiful dojo. You know, a dojo is just such an important part of a martial artist's lifestyle and training, and where that dojo is very important. And so when you're able to just sort of have the natural elements surround a dojo, it's just such a beautiful thing. The building, I believe, is just, it complements the surrounding environment. It's a beautiful piece of work. We were able to use a lot of natural elements such as the red cedar wood to just really give definition to the building. I think the outside of the building fits well with the surrounding environment. And it's a beautiful place to train in because of the feelings that you can get from this place. It's just, I don't know, it's just beautiful. And I'm not saying this as the builder, but as one who is going to participate in training in this space, I believe it's just the right place for it. And this is it. This is what we've built. And so, of course, when I designed the building, I wanted the building to kind of reflect that experience. I took a more minimalist approach with the building. Tons of wood is used, timber throughout on the outside and the inside of the building. And again, we're in the middle of a forest, so that reoccurring theme is going to be timber. I mean, even the wall plates around the outlets are wood. I wanted a lot of light coming into here. So big windows, tall windows were really a thing for me. If I could have afforded, I would have loved to just build walls out of glass, but that'd have been crazy expensive. Wasn't in the budget. But tall windows was my desire, and so we found a window, actually a used window place in Annapolis, and they had these windows sitting, and they were actually new. They just weren't used for whatever project they were designed for, and so I bought 6 of them, and then I framed the walls to fit the windows that I bought. And it's just a smarter way versus framing things and then coming up with the window size and then trying to find windows or get them ordered. I actually found the windows first, and then after finding the windows, that gave me the concrete dimensions in which to frame my openings for windows and the placement of those windows. Again, there's wood throughout. Wood is a constant theme. We have hardwood floors. We have wood trim around the perimeter. There's wood trim around the windows. The door even is made out of wood. The bench that I'm sitting on is made out of wood. Wood is just a very robust element. I love working with timber. I love creating things out of wood, and even the simpleness of the baseboards. I mean, this is pine wood. I didn't want to stain it. I didn't want to do anything to it. I actually like pine the way it looks, and so we use that to just provide a skirt around the walls. One good thing about the process that I like is that I was able to use some of the students from our carpentry training program to actually come out here and get some hands-on experience with actually framing this building up. And that's probably the best thing I like about the process of how I built this. It is not that, you know, we brought in other crews or other contractors to build this, but one, I actually built this with my own hands and my tools, which is what I prefer. And two, I was able to bring some students and mentor some young people while I was building this building. The whole goal, again, was to have a minimal effect There are not a lot of things in here that take your eyes away or that command your attention in any way. Everything is subtle. I think everything is well put together. I think everything is a complement. Even the lightness of the wood, the pine wood that we use around the windows and the baseboards, I think they complement the walls, which are white, but then they also, it's like a blend in between the white walls, but the slightly darker oak floors that we have. So I think that's a good transitioning piece that again kind of blends a darker and a light element together without kind of scattering the brain in a bunch of directions. I think the building, it doesn't make a lot of noise. It's simple, it's quiet, it's clean, and most importantly, it allows in the aura of the nature around us, because no matter what window or door you're looking out of in this building, all you see is trees, all you see is nature. And that's just a beautiful part of it that I think helps to add to the quietness of this space and kind of make this space, it gives off an energy of reflection, right? Which is typical when one stares out at the mountain or one stares at the ocean or one stares at the forest. Nature kind of forces us or kind of sets us up to do some introspection and reflection. And I think even though we're inside of the building kind of speaks to that as well. But definitely when you look outside of the windows and you see that, I think that it achieves that purpose. And so I chose Western red cedar, a fine grade Western red cedar, and we were able to build the porch from the cedar. We were able to wrap the door and kind of make a covering around the door, which I thought was kind of cool. And of course the window panels, which were a piece of work. We built them on the inside and they were installed on the outside, but these panels wrap the windows and again kind of highlight the character of the building with the Western red cedar kind of edging off of the cement panels that we use to clad the rest of the building. A dojo, for those that don't know, is a martial arts training place. And the environment and aura of a dojo is important for those who train in it. Like, you just don't train anywhere. A dojo has to kind of create this feeling, one, that you want to be there, and two, that you want to go deep within. And I think the way we design buildings can help that or hinder that. So I think building design is very important when we talk about martial arts spaces. And I think the way martial arts spaces are built will influence the experience of the students who are training in that space. So I've been building dojos for almost 13 years now. And I always build them with the same relaxed, nature-focused, smooth, quiet, minimal features. I've always designed with those elements because those are the type of elements that I think are good for training. And these are the spaces that I've trained in, as well as other dojos. I have trained in facilities that I don't like, facilities that are confusing, facilities that are dark, facilities that, you know, when you step out, now you want to breathe. Well, a dojo shouldn't be that way. So a dojo should be very inviting. It should be a very calm place. It's almost like a temple. I think a dojo is a temple. And what I build, I'll go as far as to say I build temples. I build martial arts temples. I build spaces where people are going to train, people are going to grow, people are going to reflect, people are going to meditate. So the environment around you affects those things. And so when I build dojos, I build with this in mind, that this is a place of growth, this is a place of meditation. And so again, all the little details and the features are done intentionally to make sure that we achieve that purpose of creating a space that feels right to meditate in.